The boys of Berlin, they are charming. The boys of Berlin, they are kind. They never will find it alarming, whatever you've got on your mind. Boys of Berlin, totally pliable, randy and rampant, that's undeniable. Maybe they're not entirely reliable. Still, they're the boys of Berlin. See them lining the Kufferstendam. Money for sex, money for jam. Get a sample of what they're exposing. Feel through the pockets of their lederhosen. The boys of Berlin are in flower. They offer themselves every day. Be quick, 'cause they fade by the hour, and soon they'll all be blown away. Boys of Berlin, throbbing and thrilling, out with the crowds in the Tiergarten milling, quite inexpensive and wonderfully willing, breathtaking boys of Berlin. Boys of Berlin, their pockets they're filling, marvel at what you can get for a shilling. Others are planning on making a killing. Say a prayer for the boys of Berlin, if you care for the boys of Berlin.
Oh, the smell of Berlin, there's nothing like it. Sweat and mascara and spunk. More than you can imagine, more than you could take in a lifetime. Do you know, there are over 300 bars in Berlin catering for a special clientele. Perverts with discernment and discretion. Well, not all with discretion, if we're honest. Glorious to be back, though, in the queerest city in Europe. A walk down to the Spree, I think, and over the Moltke Bridge. A stroll along the river will be pleasant this clear, crisp day. There are always young men fishing there, though not, perhaps, for fish. Haben Sie Feuer?
I think I have some matches in my pocket. You speak German very well.
Thank you. Thank you. I trained as a linguist for the diplomatic corps. I can convincingly lie in 8 languages. The light?
I seem to have my hands full. Do you think you could reach into my pocket? You can help yourself.
I'm very much obliged. Charming, charming. Are you Jewish?
That is not a question you ask a German in Berlin nowadays. As a matter of fact, I am not Jewish. I'm from Kolberg, in the north. We have no Jews in Kolberg.
I know it, a spa town.
Well, I was a spa attendant.
Oh, I'm so beg your pardon. What is your name?
Pauli.
Oh, charming name. You look like a Pauli.
Oh, do I?
Indeed you do. Boyish, yet dependable. I can imagine you as an ideal friend.
Oh, to me, friendship is sacred. And your name is?
You can call me Gerald.
Oh, you have an actor, Sir Gerald de Maurier. I saw him in a film. He played a convict imprisoned in error, and he escaped. He was hunted like a dog, the hand of every man against him. But the women, were all kind to him. So kind and understanding, because he was a gentleman. I cried when he was caught again. He reminded me of boys like us, all the world against us. Yes, I can see that you are a Gerald, a gentleman, kind and considerate.
I am a gentleman, yes, by background, but I do not draw attention to it.
That is so English. I adore the English.
Really? Really? You must tell me all about it. Though we would never admit it, we do rather like to be adored. Do you have somewhere that we can go?
Well, what about your hotel?
Oh, that would not be convenient. It is quite a refined and respectable establishment.
Which one? I've been to many a respectable establishment.
I am well known there. I have many business interests. They might be jeopardized. Do you have somewhere? Some charmingly insalubrious apartment? Squalid.
I share a place with several other fellows. It is crowded. We cannot afford other. And I'm not sharing you with them. Do not worry. I know a bar.
Oh, a bar. That's much more like it.
A simple bar. No affectation. Just boys looking for work. Or love. And workers looking for boys.
It sounds marvelous.
Here, let me carry your suitcase.
No, that stays with me. Papers, you know. Important papers.
Huh?
Randy and rampant, that's undeniable. Yes? What? Can't you see that I'm busy? Wait. Wait your turn. People. Oh, I'm sorry, Herr Professor. Right away, Herr Professor. Oh, I hate this job.
Here.
Oh, thank you. Please sit. The restaurant in the hut. Well, it is a hut. I don't see much eating.
Well, here we eat with our eyes.
Oh, yes, very good, very good.
In English, it is Noster's cottage.
A cottage. A cottage. Ha! That is more apt. It is cosy. A simple curtain over the door, simple benches. Oh, this is so authentic. No side.
Side?
No pretension. Will you have a cigarette?
What are they?
Players.
I only smoke Salam Alaikum.
Oh, then Salam Alaikum you shall have next time. Waiter, a Scotch and soda and a large brandy for my friend, my guest.
Hey, how did you know that I drink brandy?
You all do. You always do. Waiter! Now, tell me about your early life in Coburg. I want to know all about it.
Well, I was born there before the war.
I fought during the war, you know, in Ireland, 1916.
I would not fight in any war, except beside the friend that I loved.
Oh, yes, there is that, yes. Let's not get morbid. Tell me about your youth.
We had a small farm just outside Coburg, inland from the sea. It was very cold in winter, cold and damp and windy off the sea. We had a few cows, but mainly grew potatoes. There's nothing harder than planting and picking potatoes. And for what? For nothing. Money was worth nothing. It grew worthless by the hour. In summer, I would go to the beach. There was a long, sandy beach with my friends in the Vandervogel. We swam naked in the sea.
This is how you get the boys, by remembering their names and the story of their life. Of course, they will all go with you if you pay them. They are anybody's for 10 marks. That's 12 shillings and sixpence. But what they really want is a great, passionate friendship. If they think you are their friend, it works out cheaper. I must be careful with money. At this moment, I am short of funds until I make contact. Not too many brandies, I hope. Do you like opera?
I don't know.
I can get tickets for the Staatsoper. Erich Kleiber, Marriage of Figaro. I know you would adore it.
Don't you have to wear evening dress? I don't have any clothes.
I will buy you the clothes when I am in funds. Where is that waiter? Oh, to hell with him. Might I have the pleasure of this dance?
Oh, why do you have to invite me here? I expect the police to come in at any moment.
They won't.
It's always being raided. If only all you boys would give up stealing or pickpocketing or blackmail.
Have a heart. We have to live. We can't all be as talented as you. If you don't like it here, why don't you invite me to the Metropole?
I can't invite you there. There's too many former lovers I must avoid. You have no idea how tedious it is. Love should be like that song in Words and Music.
I do not know this.
Oh, the new English Review by Noel Coward. Gertrude Lawrence brought the records with her when she came to Berlin after her filming. I met her in the Damen Club Pyramid. She comes here to shed her inhibitions.
Did you?
The lady never tells. What do you think? Let our affair be a gay thing, and when these hours have flown, then, without forgetting happiness that has passed, there'll be no regretting one that didn't quite last.
Pretty.
There's one that you would like more. Mad about the boy. From everything I hear, Herr Coward would be mad for you.
No, I am spoken for. I have found my friend.
Are you crazy? He's fat. He's ugly. And he could never be trusted. Besides, he's a Nazi.
I don't believe you.
When you introduced us, remember? He put his wallet on the table. I sneaked a look. There was a party membership card. How can you trust him? Not a fascist.
He has been good to me. Anyone who is not a communist is a fascist to you. The Democrats are social fascists according to you.
Well, they are.
I do not understand politics. All these labels.
And he doesn't like women. No, I don't trust him.
I do trust him. He is kind. He listens to me. He takes me seriously. His mind is not ugly. And as for being fat, well, there's something of a comfort. Pillowing your head on a large, smooth, warm belly, sinking in the flesh. His arms around your shoulders. I feel so safe. Nothing can touch me. I hear his little trills and gurgles in his tummy. It's like he's talking to me. And then I sleep. And I dream. I dream of going to England, where every man is a gentleman, where I can work and keep house for him in a little flat or a cottage. That's what I dream.
My God. Claire Waldorf is right when she sings, "All men are stupid." He will walk away. You will see. Wish mine would walk away. They never do. Cling, cling, cling. Why can't we be friends? We're not friends. We were gaping for each other, and now we're not. End of story. Lovers can't be friends. No, not even lovers, sexual partners. But no, they hang on to every pathetic scrap of memory. Do you remember when you said you did? No, I don't. And no, I won't. I remember your salt taste on my tongue between your thighs. And that is quite enough. Oh, is that the time? I have to get to the El Dorado. It's the opening night. Conrad White is performing the ceremony.
I must wait for Gerald. He has some business to perform.
Dirty business, I'm sure.
No! He is a businessman. Import. Export.
Importing what? Exporting what? What can he carry in that little case?
Papers. Licenses. Letters or credit. He is a big man. A genius. He has many deals.
Oh, duh.
There is nowhere colder than Berlin in November. The wind whips all the way from Minsk across the Polish plains. Where is Talman? Blooming communists are always late. Look at Lenin, late for his own revolution. You're not Talman.
How do you know?
I read the papers like anyone else. His face is always in them. How do I know that you are a member of the KPD?
My party membership. And you?
Ah, my party membership. Here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Yes, I have always supported the party. I was in Moscow in 1922. Fine man, Lenin. An inspiration.
You have the list?
I do. And you shall have it. One moment. Herr Talman must have mentioned my commission.
But it is for the good of the party.
I can't serve the party if I can't eat. My commission was agreed in dollars. Here you are. Now, you will thank me. I have saved you. If the party had found out you meant to cheat them, you would have likely ended in Spree. It's a list of targets for the brown shirts and the planned dates of the attacks. Jewish, left-wing, trade unions, homosexuals.
Wait, where did you get this?
Ernst Rome's private office. Quite authentic, I assure you.
But did no one see you?
It was a private meeting. He was interested in certain specialist magazines. For America, I was able to offer him a sample to peruse. And while he was deep in contemplation, on his desk, a carbon copy.
Thank you. Forewarned is forearmed. The party will remember this with gratitude. Who shall I say?
Better leave my name out of it. Say that it came from Pauli Gaston. It will stand him in good stead if the commies come to power. You know that it makes sense.
I love to swim in the Wellenbad, where the flesh is flaunted by the yard. The girls are easy and the men are hard, out in the park, in the open air. Forget your clubs and forget your balls, forget their lure when it's nature calls, far from the city and from these four walls. The wind can blow through your wanton hair. There are lots of sights to see. Do you want to come with me? I'm going out on a deer hunt. Got my arrows and my bow. Some folk think that it's a queer hunt, but what do some folks know? I'm searching there, I'm searching here, I'm searching far, I'm searching near. I won't despair that a deer will appear and put me in a whirl. Though I've seen a bear, I'm very clear. I don't want a bear, I want a deer. I'm searching for a deer, searching for a deer, searching for a dear, dear girl. I've got a mind to try a few. I've got my eye on one or two. Perhaps I've got my eye on you. Searching for a deer, searching for a deer, searching for a dear, dear girl. Through the forest I'll pursue, but if a deer is not in view, perhaps a little pussy'll do. Searching for a dear, dear girl. Oh, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday we have the Reichstag elections. I don't believe in this rotten Reichstag government or Weimar government, but the one thing I do know is we must keep the Nazis out of power. The only way to do that is to vote for the KPD, the Communist Party of Deutschland. Remember, a vote for the communists, a vote for Ernst Thälmann is a vote against the Nazis, against Adolf Hitler, and against the thugs of Ernst Röhm's black brown shirts. Let's drag the brown shirts down. Let's drive them off the streets. We have to save this town. Kick them in the big brown seats. We have a duty. We have to fight. It's no time for being polite. Fighters for right we are. So 3 cheers for the Antifa. Let's turn the brown shirts red. Now we must spill their blood. And when we're sure they've bled, trample them in the mud. Shoulder to shoulder, let us advance. Never give the fascists a chance. So, let's all sing hurrah! All hail to the Antifa!
There is a sound of a brick coming through the window and screams as offstage Nazi thugs lay into the audience. Lottie makes to go towards the fight to join in. The apparatchik draws her away.
Now is not the time. The party needs you.
He leads her away protesting. The clamour rises.
Waiter, a scotch and a large brandy.
Lottie says you are a Nazi.
I am not.
You joined the party.
I am a member of the RAC, but I do not drive a car. An organisation for motorists. It runs a most excellent club. Look, Pauli, there are some things it is better not to know too much about. politics.
Are you a spy?
Put them on my tab.
No, no more tab. You have too much debt.
Pauli, Liebchen, I have a difficulty. A temporary embarrassment, I assure you. Only till I get the bank draft from London. Could you be so kind? Purely temporary. I will, of course, repay you when my cash arrives. For friendship's sake. And if you could settle the whole account. Pauli, my angel, you are truly one in a million. That was the act of a true friend. Tell me about your time in Kolberg.
I've told you everything.
I want to hear it again. I like to hear you talk. I like the sound of your voice, a rough country voice. Go on.
Where shall I start?
The steam baths. I like to hear about them. You were 16?
My father had died in the flu when I was 10. I had to work the fields. So did my mother. It was back-breaking. And I was still at school. Do you wonder, when we went to the beach, I looked with envy at the fat burghers in their striped costumes and their bathing huts and on the pleasure boats. I stood outside the Maximilian Spa Hotel. One day when I was 12, the manager came out to me. I did not know anything then, but I could tell he liked me. You look like a likely lad, well set up, strong. Are you willing? We like boys here, willing and discreet.
Willing and discreet, charming, charming. It sounds a fine hotel.
Oh, it was. I met many gentlemen. My mother did not have to work again. Money was worth nothing, but I took food from the hotel. One day, a year ago, a man offered to take me to Berlin. Berlin! How could I refuse? He was married, to be sure, but he set me in a small apartment in Charlottenburg. It was so exciting. All the lights, the crowds, the noise. Then his wife found out. He said, and I was on the streets.
Ah, yes. Married men. You can never trust a married man.
I have trusted too often. They always make promises that they never keep.
Oh, your poor bruised heart. Why didn't you go back to Kolberg?
I couldn't go back. I didn't want to go back to the cows and the potatoes.
But your poor mother.
Nah, she was religious. I'd bring her shame.
But she is still your mother.
How can she be my mother when I am no son of hers?
Tell me about the boys again, the naked boys on the beach.
Oh, the election results have come. They're in the evening papers. The Nazis have lost 30 seats. The tide has turned. The KPD has gained 11.
The Nazis are still the largest party.
But they're not unstoppable now. And we can stop them. The Nazis now will never get to power. They've lost their impetus.
How's your poor eye?
Oh, it's better.
She was set on going home from the club on Friday. The Nazis broke the club up.
That should not have happened.
You sound like you know something.
No, I've talked with Gerald. He's not a Nazi. It's something special, something secret.
Pauli, no.
This is shice.
I really can't discuss it. Come, Pauli, let us find somewhere quieter and more sympathetic.
Pauli?
He's my friend.
He's not your friend.
Ah, Herr Arnfeld, you can always rely on the fascisti to be on time, like Mussolini's trains.
We are not fascisti. We are socialists, national socialists.
Yes, Heil Hitler, yes.
Do you have it?
The passport? Of course I do.
Quickly, give it here.
Why are you in such a hurry? The train for Denmark isn't for 3 hours.
How do you know? What do you know?
I read the paper. A girl who was dancing at the Murka FD was set on by a gang. The paper called them hooligans. And now she has died. I'm assuming one of yours was responsible and needs to go away to avoid investigation.
We deny everything. But one of our lieutenants has urgent business in Copenhagen. Cannot wait for the proper channels. The passport, please.
The commission, please. 5,000 Reichmarks.
Do not be impatient.
Are Nazis the only ones allowed to be impatient?
Nazi produces a wallet and starts counting out 50 times 100 mark notes.
Oh, for
Gerald
sake.
pushes his hands down.
For heaven's sake, this is a public place. If passers-by should see us, they'll think we are suspicious. Yeah. I'll count it later.
You trust the Nazi? Are you sure?
I don't need to trust you. You wouldn't want me to shop you. It would be so easy to bring you down.
I think in time we shall see who bring who down.
You will always need fixers and movers like me.
When we have the Third Reich, we'll fix things for ourselves. Herr Benson.
One, two. I wanted dollars, but they refuse to use Jewish money, and I need the cash too much. It is getting to the time to make an exit.
When the cold winds are blowing and the storm clouds are growing, cheer up. There's no need to be afeared. You can put up an umbrella if you find yourself a fella. Go out there and be sure to find a beard. A beard can be terrific for transforming you. So no one will be able to suspect. It can shelter and hide you while it's warming you, and nobody can possibly object. Yes, no one can be harried if their passport says they're married, because for married couples everything's correct. So girls, if you've a lover, get a husband as a cover, and by the Gestapo you'll be cleared. If they're homosexual, the Nazis will not vex you all, for nobody can argue with a beard. We will all start to grow our girlish tresses. Perhaps we'll tie it up with pretty bows. Away with the suits, on with the dresses. Sew on lots of frills and furbelows. You can look like Theda Bara using hubby's best mascara. If the brown shirts come a-knocking, wear your hubby's best silk stockings, and you'll see that no one ever knows. So girls, it may astound you, but when you look around you, the lesbians you knew have disappeared. And any girl that's mannish has found a way to vanish, because she's found a way to grow a beard. But not a Van Dyke, for heaven's sake.
Can't believe it. Hitler is Chancellor.
It's insane! We know what he'll do. He's said it and written it 1,000 times. Of course, we expect it of Hindenburg. But the president is senile. He rambles all the time. But those who advise him, those who finance him, are they so deluded as to think they can control him?
It will not be as bad as all that. You're in shock at the news. I can understand it.
It's going to be worse. Far worse. Already they're starting the roundups. They've closed the Mocker FT. They've smashed the windows of Magnus Hirschfeld's Institute. It's the end of all opposition. It's the end for people like us. Already they're building temporary camps. They make no secret of it.
We will be safe. Uncle Ernst will protect us. I know several of the boys who have been with Rome. Many of our kind have joined the SA. And the SA is 2 million strong.
I must find my comrades. Shall we fight? Shall we go into exile? I don't know what to do.
I must leave Germany at once. It is not safe to stay here.
Then I will come with you. You are my friend. I've lived with you these 6 months. I can make a new life in England. Yes. With you. With you. We will have a cottage in the country, in Isherwood. That's your home, yes? I will cook steak and kidney pudding, just the way you like it. And in the evening, we will go to the pub and drink beer and eat muffins outside.
Of course, you will need a passport.
You are right. There is no time to lose. You will help me. Huh? You have connections.
Perhaps not. Not anymore.
You've done so much for others. You can do it for me. I know.
I assure you, I will try.
I know you can do it. You can do anything. You're my man. My friend. And I love you.
Yes.
Do you love me?
What do you think?
They've closed the KPD HQ. They say it will be the office of the local Gauleiter. They're clearing it out. It is full of brown shirts going through the papers. The Hitler Youth are burning everything they can. Brecht has fled to Prague. Weil has gone to Paris. I have been warned to flee, but I wouldn't get a passport. I'm too well known.
Well, perhaps Gerald can get you a passport. He's getting me a passport. We can all live together in Isleworth.
Oh, Powley, stop dreaming. Be realistic. Have you thought about what I said? Will you marry me? If we marry, we can protect each other. I can start performing for the Nazis. People still need to be entertained. They're opening new clubs with happy, vacant songs.
Could you do that?
If others can, I can. Sally Engler can write a play in praise of Adolf Hitler. Ruth Rolling put queer Berlin on the map with her guide to lesbian bars, and now she writes a novel against the Jews. I could do it if I had to survive. One day, the communists will return, and I will be ready to join them. Everything else will be idle gossip if I'm married to you. I could even change my name. Frau Gaston. Frau Lottie Gaston. How does that sound?
I must go. I must go with my friend. He will need me.
And am I not your friend? Your oldest friend? Will you leave me to their mercy?
Come with us, please.
Gerald is not the altruist you think. He doesn't like women. He will not do it for me.
But I can ask. Please.
I will not beg to men like Gerald.
But you'll lick Hitler's arse. My dearest Howley. My sweet, sweet friend. There is no easy way to break this to you. To cut a long story short, I could not get a passport for you. I tried my damnness. Really, I did. But the red tape is a nightmare. And it will take more than a month, which I can ill afford.
I have, of course, found passports in the past through less orthodox channels. But circumstances changed. My contacts are no more. Promoted to other offices or exiled to a camp. This is not the time to ask for favors. So I will have to leave you. I leave with the most sincere regret. I wish it were not so with all my heart. And one day, in a finer world, maybe we'll be reunited and have that cottage that we dreamed of. You have been a precious, blessed friend. I will remember only with gratitude. I will always carry you close to my heart, like your picture in my wallet. Take care, my precious angel. I will be thinking of you, and I hope watching over you. Farewell. Farewell, Pauli. Or maybe au revoir. The conversation left a lot to be desired, but the intercourse was bliss. Well, what would you do? How could I take him back to London? They don't like foreigners in Isleworth. Besides, I think my wife might object. Gerald Hamilton, Cosmo Fanshawe. I rather like the name Cosmo. New name, new face, new phase, new life.
He picks up his suitcase and exits.
Pauli, Gaston. Pauli, Gaston. Pauli, Gaston.